What the fuck is up, yo? Welcome back to the Wake and Bake. I, of course, am your host, Blind James, like fucking always, man. You guys know you can find me on Instagram at The Real Blind James. Get a hold of our show and watch the streams on Facebook and YouTube at The Wake and Bake with Blind James. You can also listen across your favorite streaming platform. And tell your phone or smart speaker to just go ahead and play that. You can also hit us up on Instagram at The Wake and Bake OH. And then pop over to patreon.com/blindjames. Hook it up with that donation so we keep bringing you dope-ass interviews like the one we're bringing you tonight. And then, of course, with me in the oven is the co-host, the man, the legend, the Don Cooch.
Yeah, what's up?
Man, you ready for this long time, man? We got a bitch schedule in this goddamn interview.
Yeah, we're finally getting it done, though.
Ain't it, though, man? Very excited, man. It's, the interview tonight, I think it's been a long time coming. And it's finally here. So, you know what it is, man. And you guys know where you can find Cooch on Instagram at Don_Cooch, Kooch. Then running our live stream, taking the comments, all the messages, running the social media, is our dude, the producer extraordinaire, Waldo. What up, dude?
What up?
How you feeling tonight, my man?
Oh, doing well, man. We gotta get a little practice in on our intros anymore, but other than that, we're doing swell and dandy over here in the
I gotta figure out how we can get that fucking audio to keep playing while I do this fucking dumb shit.
Oh, I mean, I can. It's just no one will understand you. It's you or the audio.
Right. Yeah.
That's all.
We'll figure that shit out.
Baby steps.
Yep, we'll get there.
And man, hey, you guys know where you can find Waldo on Instagram at Party with Waldo. Get a hold of him on Facebook at Waldo Where Is. And then in studio tonight, man, our guest. Damn, I keep calling everybody a legend.
Yeah,
everybody's a legend tonight, man. I think I'm nervous for this interview, man. Something's going on with me. That or the coffee is still fucking got me all overstimulated. Can't be drinking that Cuban espresso shit, dog. That shit'll get you fucking up real quick. Hell yeah, but we got the comedy man in the house tonight, Cody fucking Cooper. What's up, my dude?
Hey, what's up, man? How's it going, bud?
Hey, we're chilling, dude. So tell the people where they can find you, man.
Yeah, they can just look me up on Facebook at Cody Cooper, or you can follow me at the Cody Cooper on Instagram and Twitter.
Shit, right on, man. Now let's get into this real quick. Brought you in tonight so we could chop it up about the Chris McQuanzica show.
Yeah, absolutely. We're excited for that show. It'll be at the Agora on the 29th. So there's still tickets available. I know a lot have sold out. A lot have sold. It's getting close to being sold out. So yeah, it'll be a fun show. It'll be me, Mary Santora, Liz Blanc. Of course, Bill Square's putting it on. Martin Malloy, Brian Kenny.
Is Wanda on that?
Say that? Yeah, Wanda's on it.
Nice. Yeah, you said Mary. You're forgetting Wanda because I love that fucking woman, dude.
Yeah, she's a crazy, man. She's fucking a force on stage. But yeah, she'll be there. But yeah, it's gonna be a great show. It was a great show last year. It's the second one, so we're excited for it.
That's a killer fucking lineup, man. Now, how long of a show does it go?
It'll probably be about an hour and a half. And then me and Mary are doing stand and deliver.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, where they give us the 5 topics, and then we make up jokes during the show and then deliver them at the end. So it should be fun.
Yeah, I love a good stand and deliver.
Yeah, it's fun. You were there for that Dave Flint and Wanda.
That was the funniest.
Great, man.
The hard arcane tapper, man. That was just a killer, man. I talked about that on Ellen with Bill. That was, fucking one of the best stand and delivers I've gotten to witness and be at.
Oh yeah,
Dude, the blind jokes kill it.
I think really
Like, the blind jokes for real kill it.
Well, I think it's funny. Like it was fun because there was 3 you guys there that night, weren't there?
2 of us, man. Yeah,
it was like
we did it. We normally bring a
Might
third.
as well bring Jimmy with us.
We were gonna bring Blind Jimmy next time, man. So watch out.
I love how you guys are super creative with your nicknames for one another too. It's just blind, whatever you're really thinking outside the box.
Right, no. And we have our other friends. If you have the same name as us, we got Not Blind James. He's the other James who hangs out.
That's for real, though.
Yeah, man, we love it. Fucking the Cleveland comedy, man. It's been such a strong scene. I was talking with you a little bit. It seems like the stand-up scene is just swamped right now.
Yeah. There's a lot of new kids coming through, joining the open mic scene and stuff, and coming up in their own right. And yeah, it's a pretty strong scene. I mean, we got shows almost every night around town that you can pop in and see veterans and new guys working stuff out. So
Now, does that put more pressure on somebody like you who's been in the Cleveland scene for a little while and, you know, has, you know, pretty established name in Cleveland stand-up?
Mean pressure on me and what?
In the sense that it's like, you feel like, you're right, man, you feel like you see some of these young stunners coming up and you're like, damn, I gotta fucking tighten it up, kid.
No, it's not even like that. I mean, that's my focus, like, all the time, is just be as funny as possible, but, like, I'm happy to help out new guys and stuff like that. I mean, if you're just there to, like, fuck around, then whatever, that's fine, but, like, I like to, like, the guys that I know are, like, serious about it, like, I'll do anything to help them out. It's not like that.
How often do you run into guys who actually give a fuck and, like, want to make stand-up a thing that they do, you know, maybe as a full-time career or, you know, as their, like, a full-time hobby, I guess?
Well, I mean, that's like the thing is like, is it a hobby or is it something, is it like your real passion? And I mean, I think you can identify the people that fall into both of those categories. And so it's, you know, it's whatever. I mean, if you want to give it a try, that's fine. Just don't take stage time away from somebody that's trying to, like, make it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that. That's why I was just wondering if that causes, you know, a stir in the scene or if you think it's a good thing.
I mean, it's something that every scene has. Like, and anything that you do, you always have those, like, outlying people that just want to be a part of something. And so they'll continue to partake in it even if they're not going to take it anywhere or...
See,
like,
I'm guilty of that, man, because, like, I love writing jokes and going up and doing stand-up. It's fun for me. And, I mean, I think I'm pretty decent at it for somebody who, you know... I mean, at least from what reaction that I get, you know, I hope people are being fucking honest with me. Jesus. But, you know, it's something I'm like, yeah, you know, it's not something I'm going to ever do as a career. But I still like doing it. Now, does that throw a wrench into things?
No, I mean, like I said, there's, like, plenty of, like, show-up, go-up mics where you can just go in and put your name on a list and do 5 minutes or whatever. So... I mean, I guess I just mean in the sense that if you're taking, like, if you're trying to get, like, paid work and you're taking it away from somebody that needs it more than you or wants to make it a career, then that, I don't know, that's kind of shitty to me.
No, 100%, man. Yeah, I agree with that. I was thinking more along the lines of, like, with the Stand and Deliver or the Monday night show, you know, where it's like, you know, there's people that are waiting weeks to get up and do their 5 there because they know it's one of the premier shows to get on. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. No, and it is a long lineup. So I mean, yeah, and it's whatever. But like those are free shows, so I don't know. I don't hold that against anybody. But you know, I'm also not gonna like go out of my way to put hours into helping somebody out that is just doing it as like a hobby either. So.
How often do you come into guys that you really go, man, like this kid's got something, and you see the passion and the drive, and you want to help him?
Oh, all the time. And I mean, if that's the thing, if they're willing to put work in, like, I'm happy to help them, so.
What would you say was, like, the last guy that kind of caught your attention?
Here we go. Oh, you're going to start making me name names?
Oh, yeah, man, let's drop them. Let's get it. I want to hear about the young gunners.
I really like Joe Graham, Joe Briggs is funny.
So if your name's Joe, you're
Angelo Manage is funny. Teddy Bruno. All those guys put a lot of work in. Young guys, Sternick, Lawhorn.
I like Lawhorn's funny, man. I like his man, he's got some fucking funny ass joke about was that the guy who does the joke about when he was in college and shit himself?
Yeah, like he took steroids and shit.
Yeah, yeah,
Whatever.
that's a funny fucking joke, man.
Yeah.
I've heard him do that one up at Hilarities. It's good. It's good
Yeah.
shit.
So yeah, there's a lot of young. You know, I'm sure Brett Thomas. I mean, but he's kind of like not young crowd anymore. But yeah, man. I mean, there's plenty of people. I'm sure I forgot some, and they're gonna be butthurt about it if they hear this. So whatever. I'm still thinking of you. I love you.
They're all there, man.
Insane.
People understand it. They understand, and like I was saying, man, it's hard because there's a big scene right now.
Yeah, and I'm hopped up on Dayquil and fucking just smoke some weed. So here we are.
Yeah, welcome to the Wake and Bake, man.
Yeah,
Well, for sure.
I need it.
Oh yeah, man. So as far as these upcoming shows like Chris McQuantica, how do you guys go about, like, how does Bill go about getting this booked and like the comedians he chooses? Is there a theme that you guys go with?
No, I mean, I think it's just people that Bill like knows put work into a show, and that'll make it a good show. I mean, I think that's what it is, and he just has like we're friends with Mike Tata, who helped run the Agora for a long time, and I think he just has connections there, and we did it last year, and it was fun, and so we're doing it again.
How many seats you guys filling in there?
Oh, I don't know. That's a Bill question, not me. I'm not a great promoter. I'm just a performer on this one, buddy.
I just think, yeah, Agora, man, that's obviously one of the nicest, biggest venues in Cleveland.
Yeah. No, it's a great venue. And yeah, I mean, hopefully we can do it justice and fill it out. Like I said, a ton of tickets. We already outsold last year's ticket sales, so.
Nice.
So yeah.
And you guys did the like giveaway and stuff this year, where it was like like the VIP box and stuff. So the promotion this year was huge, man.
Yeah, they did a lot of promotion on Alan Cox show and stuff. So, so yeah, hopefully they're pushing it, and Mary's on it, and she's on air too, so she's talking about it as well and stuff. And so yeah, should be a good one.
Yeah, man. And then I mean, coming up with those guys and then being on the radio, that obviously gives them another platform where they can launch themselves. You as a guy who you have kids, right?
Yeah, I got 2 stepkids and about to have my own here soon.
That's right, man. Congrats on that,
Thanks,
dude.
man. Thanks.
Hell yeah. So how is it for you since, what's your way to promote and get your name out there? Is it just grinding, hitting the mics, or do you got to do, social media pushes? How is it for you in stand-up? Just give me the rundown.
Yeah, I mean, as far as, like, promotion, I'm dog shit at it. I'm terrible.
That makes 2 of us, man, because I can't even get on there myself.
Yeah, I'm just terrible. I don't know. I think it's more of like it's always been I've always had a problem with a "oh, look at me" type attitude, and I just like it feels so fake to just be like, "oh, you should come to this show because I'm on it." I'm like, that's a very arrogant feeling thing. So I think that bleeds into that, and I'm just I don't know. That's how terrible I am at promotion, but
I feel that same fucking way, dude, because like last year I was trying to throw a show. And I think I got a little away cocky on throwing my show, because I was like, oh yeah, all these people know me from calling into Rover and Allen, and then Rover had me on there and interviewed me, and it was like it gave me my jump into the Cleveland entertainment world. There's no doubt about that.
Right.
And, a lot of people know who the fuck I was, and but aside from that, I don't even know where the fuck I was going with that.
You were talking about the Vision Fest.
Oh, yeah. So it gave me this idea that I was like, oh, well, if I put my name on all the flyers and everything like that, all these people that are dropping comments and shit are going to want to go to a show that I throw. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And no, it doesn't work that way. You gotta put on good quality content, which, I mean, I've learned, and now I realize that every time I throw a show now, man, I look for good quality artists, because I'd rather have 15 people come and go out and tell their buddies that they went to a killer fucking show that had 15 people at it,
right,
than go to one that's like, had 150 and there was just a dog shit performance.
Right. No,
It's not good.
That.
Yeah. And so what got you into stand-up? What was your jump, man? Was it as a kid you got the bug?
Yeah, I mean, I was always like trying to make people laugh as a kid, and like, I don't know, go out of my way to be an idiot to get laughs and stuff, and it wasn't until like after college that I really thought I should try to pursue it.
Were you like a spaz kid, or were you just a kid who made like little pranks? What was your move? Like for me back in high school, I was definitely like prime example. Like I stole the janitor's keys one time,
right?
And there was like not the actual light switches, but like these little slots that you'd like put a key in and then click up to hit the switches. Well, I killed all the lights in the 7th grade hallway, and then I went into the bathroom and I cranked all the plumbing keys, and so I flooded the 7th grade bathroom.
Damn.
That's the type of savage kid I was.
Real savage.
That's why I went to boarding school.
Yeah. That's not jokes. That's just vandalism.
That's all right. I was more. That's what I'm saying. I was more of a nutcase for sure. That's why even the stand-up I do, it's more me just bitching about shit than anything.
What kind of jokes do you tell? Because I stabbed a woman once. See,
that's funny as fuck to me. Oh, I'm a terrible person.
No, but that's and I mean, I guess that's like that was always my style, like tagging my teachers, like, I don't know, production or whatever she'd be talking, like tagging shit and saying dumb shit and like
nice,
funny like that.
You're the kid that I would have been like, I fucking love that kid. I know that you guys think he's a little annoying,
Sometimes.
but
Sometimes that shit's funny as fuck.
Oh yeah.
It was always like the key though. If you could make the teacher laugh, then
It's
you're
okay.
okay.
It's
Yeah,
cool,
yeah.
yeah.
So she laughed, and you're like, all right, yeah.
all right, you're like, oh, I got away with that
Yeah,
one.
yeah, right.
Hell yeah.
I would laugh and I'd be like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Do you have was there ever like a teacher or anything that was like, man, you should do comedy? Anything like that? Were you into theater? Anything like that?
No, I didn't do theater because I was too.
You were in
cool.
choir, huh?
Yeah, no, I was too cool. I was in band until like halfway through 9th grade, and it
Trumpet, flute.
You were
Trumpet,
like,
yeah.
Trumpet, huh?
Yeah.
Ah,
Played trumpet.
you sound like a trumpeteer.
Yeah, and carrying my trumpet around while rocking my sagging Echo jeans was really hard on me. So,
Woo! Alright.
Definitely get profile.
Drop
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
God damn,
My-
you have a South Pole hoodie on? Fucking.
yeah, swear to God, that's an accurate
Oh, yeah,
depiction of my 9th
Fuck
grade.
yeah, you had that
Yeah.
baby blue South Pole on with some J's,
It's
bro.
actually the gray
Yeah.
cloth.
Oh, damn.
Straight cut jeans.
Yeah.
too.
Yup.
It gotta be the straight cut or the boot cut.
Damn.
Fuck
yeah,
out of here
yeah.
with anything
Me and
else.
Cooch are from Lorain
Shorts.
County too, so.
Yeah, shorts that were pants. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where
Oh.
you from exactly?
Oh, I grew up in Brunswick, which makes it so much more hilarious.
This is- dude,
hard as fuck.
I'm from Lorain. He's from Elyria, so we're cut from the same cloth.
Yeah,
I
we're
was
used to
hard
them
as fuck.
juggalos walking around.
Oh, yeah,
Woo!
there you go.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
At least I'm not that weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to the juggalos.
Mine is
That's
like,
the
damn
moment,
man,
yeah.
at least I don't smell like them.
I love how he's still afraid of the juggalos. He's like, I was just fucking with y'all. Shout
Shout
out to the juggalos too. I don't
No,
want to get
but for real, I
stabbed.
do still have juggalo homies, man. You know. I
Yeah,
still
we
have
do,
one-
man. We've had a couple
My
of
homie that blows
shows.
my glass is actually a juggalo, big juggalo. You know, so.
Shit, we got
I don't
Matomatic.
understand, but you know, yeah, Matomatic is still a juggalo too.
Matomatic's playing our show on the 27th.
Funniest fucking
So.
phrase. My glass blower is a juggalo.
That's right, man. This is the Wake and Bake, man. We get glass from everybody.
Holy shit.
Oh yeah, juggalos, juggalettes, juggahoos, juggawhat, all the jug of what.
Juggalo.
So what was your fucking your
Oh,
jumping?
this man.
Yeah.
Whoa, where we at?
And then would you help him with the torch?
Oh,
That's
shit,
like
we're
the
doing
one
this?
part
Bong
he
rip?
does.
Listen, I didn't sign up for that. I don't know what all he needs from me. I don't do these kind of fucking projects.
Spark the fire.
Oh shit!
Yep. That's all you got to do.
All right,
for the
I'm gonna
man.
get over here and take this bong rip.
Hell yeah, as is tradition.
Nice.
Oh wow. Look
As
at
is
you.
tradition.
I would have died halfway through that.
Yeah.
So
They clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be alright.
I don't know. You tell me.
You're funny, bro. So yeah, dude, what was your stand up like? The guys that you got into?
See, that's the thing. I really didn't like watch stand up when I was a kid and like idolize like a stand up comedian. I really liked Jim Carrey. Like he made me laugh and he was like, my favorite. But other than that, like I've watched Mad TV and like Bobby Lee and Michael McDonald. Like,
Oh god, those guys were so funny,
like
man.
Stewart and shit and like that stuff.
Stewart was so funny. Man.
So yeah, so I mean,
Look what I can do.
yeah, right.
Oh
Well, yeah.
Stewart's mother was fucking. She was great. Too.
Do it. Shame on you.
I like the fucking. Did you ever catch the bit they did with Stewart and his mom, where his mom gets him a hooker, and he tries to
No.
seduce her by busting out like Zimas and shit. Awesome. Great bit, dude. Great fucking bit. You gotta
That's
find
funny.
that.
A lot of people hated on Mad TV for some reason. I was like, why?
Ah, dude, I got so caught up on it
like
because
SNL and shit. They tried to like
Yeah.
compare them.
I got caught up in the Mad TV though, because it was on, on Comedy Central, and when you're home all day, either skipping school or it's summertime,
Oh.
that's what was
Oh,
good.
did they replay it on Comedy Central?
Oh,
FX.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
Getting
that.
FX.
FX too? Okay.
Because that's where It's Always Sunny was at.
Oh yeah. Well, that was after I was out of high school, man. You remember, I'm like almost 5 years older than
He's
you.
like
Yeah.
50 almost, dude. You gotta remember
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm like 50 and shit.
I
Bro.
forget we have like such an age difference.
That's what many people do because I look 17 still. So
How old are you?
28.
You could fit in
Oh,
with the
yeah.
high schoolers stuff.
I'm 32. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about.
Yeah, no, I get token for like a 21, 22-year-old all the time.
Oh,
Especially by these bands and shit. They always thinking they're like, wait,
Are you
Because
old
I'm-
enough to drink?
Right, dude, they always ask me some stupid question. I'll be like, dude, I wasn't around for that. And they'll be like, wait, when were you in high school? I'm like, man, I graduated in '09. They're like, oh, you're like a big brother. I'm like, I guess.
He's the big little brother.
Yeah, that's exactly what it
Or
is,
a little
for sure.
big brother. That's how you put it. Little big brother.
So did you drive your style of stand-up from anybody, or was it just to grab a mic, get on stage, and then, you know, kind of figure out who you are as a comic?
Yeah, I mean, I guess subconsciously I probably watched some stand-up and had, like, an idea on how I wanted to do it. I just knew I wanted to make people laugh, and that seemed like the most quickest to-the-point way to do it. Like, just get on stage and you get that instant feedback. So, yeah, I mean, that's just how I got started. As far as, like, who I look at now for inspiration, like, I really like Chad Daniels and Steve Byrne.
Hell yeah.
I really like, I still like Louis C.K. or whatever the fuck.
Who doesn't like Louis C.K.?
People just hate
It's
Yeah.
fucking hilarious.
He asked first if he could jerk off on him.
Yeah, Bill Burr.
Burr, legendary,
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, so I mean, like, those styles of, because I think of it as like observational with like some absurdity. That's like that's the kind of comedy I usually like to do.
Okay, for sure.
Just taking like observations of like my day. Like I do that bit about my kid. He's 18 and he got his first job, and he was like, I found that he was spending all his money on porn and chocolates back at where he works. And then I like talk about he has to have like the chocolatiest dick. And then I just like go on about how I'm afraid he's gonna like mix sexuality with chocolates and become a pedophile chocolatier like Willy Wonka was. And then I do this like crazy film theory on Willy Wonka, and it's like, so it's just like all that
Taking
shit.
it deep, yeah.
Oh,
I like that.
Don't
Like
ruin it for me.
Yeah, right. Oh, I will if you listen to that bit. It's fucking, yeah.
Yeah, that's good, man. Because it's different from, I guess, some of the comedians that I listen to. I guess are more of either the story type comedians, like Bert Kreischer style,
Right.
or I'm really into like kind of the one-liner off-kilter shit. Like, I mean, Theo is probably my fucking favorite right now, hands down. Everything. Jesselnick. Oh, yeah, see, I love Jesselnick. His last special was hilarious. I loved, like, the first half of it was straight hitter. He lost me about halfway through. Kind of like, you know, because all the comedians are doing that thing for Netflix where they put all their fucking hitters 33 minutes up front. And then they hit the lull in their shit, and then they kind of bring it back around at the end. That's what I feel like Jesselnick did.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen
Who
it.
am I to judge, though? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Well, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, for my comedy critique on it. My
Right.
fucking amateur expertise.
You guys like Sam Kinison?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, legendary comics for me, man. Like, Mitch Hedberg's my favorite of all time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, easily my favorite. And then Carlin's up there.
Mitch, Sam,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Carlin for me, baby. That's the top three.
Who'd you go top three?
Me?
Yeah, like legendary of all time. Not even like today.
Oh, see, I'm a terrible comic, so people just bitch about what I have to say.
That's cool. You love it. People bitch
Because
about what I
fucking
say all the
know,
fucking
like,
time.
I can't say that I've ever watched a whole Hedberg like special. Like I've never, like I don't watch.
You gotta
any,
listen
like-
to him because he was around in the album days.
Yeah.
Right.
Catching any of his like video, it's like
It's but it's, you know, because a lot of it's censored if it's video. You know, it's not his best work. You catch him on one of his albums, like Mitch All Over, or Strategically Placed Grills. I mean, you're gonna die. It's
Right.
hilarious, like from start to finish. Even on the joke he fucks up on, because you're just like, this fucking guy, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, as far as like the greats or whatever, I don't really have a list. I would say I just like know who I like now and who I try to. Like, whenever I'm having trouble with a bit, like, who I will watch to see how they...
Who's gonna
Draw
inspire you?
inspiration.
Yeah.
Right.
Respect that. I respect the fuck out of that.
Now, do you write your jokes based on, like, the kind of comedies that you're listening to at the moment? Because, like, I notice with the content that I create, whether it's on the show or whatever I'm into at that moment heavily influences how I'm running my show. And you can definitely tell when I go back and listen to it, you know, something like 6 months ago. I could tell what band I was into, how I was feeling at the time.
Right.
Does that affect your comedy the same way it would affect content that I would create?
In a way, I mean, I guess in that same vein, whenever somebody's like dealing with some shit, they usually become more more creative in that realm. But as far as like where I draw inspiration for my comedy, it's usually just observations about things that I experience in life or where I'm at in life. Like when I got together with my now wife and she had her 2 kids, and a lot of like stepdad shit was coming out of me, and like now it's like pregnancy stuff and like being a father and like those kind of things. So I mean, I guess it's like time stamped in a sense, like you can tell what I'm going through in those times. But yeah, I always try to have like some kind of absurd like outlook or on it or whatever.
I think that's what you kind of have to do when you do that, because I listen to you talk about it, and it's like, oh, I can do the stepdad jokes and then the dad jokes about being. Well, everybody's done that. What's your spin on it, though?
Yeah,
exactly. Like you were saying, that fact that you can go off into that tangent about your stepson's fucking chocolate knob and fucking Willy Wonka.
Right.
That's good, because
Right.
that's gonna keep me engaged. And it's like, oh yeah, but this guy writes jokes about his kids, but like. It's different, man.
Right,
it's different because it turns into not just a stepson bit; it turns into a Willy Wonka bit.
Right. Yeah, and that's just like what I like to do is like share the fucked up shit that flies through my brain, because like we'll look at the same thing and I'll be way somewhere else with it, and like people just a lot of times, and that's just every comedian. Like every good comedian, their brain just works a little differently and they see things weird. So,
yeah, 100%, man,
yeah.
100%. That's like, I was thinking about it earlier where, with my joke writing, some of the stuff that I think just comes so naturally and I don't even think is funny. Like I might say something stupid like, yeah, I tried to put on my fiance's shoes on accident earlier, right?
Right.
Some random, like, somebody would give me a giggle out of something stupid like that, and I'd be like, I didn't even realize that was like a joke.
Right.
And then I'll try to write a joke, and it's like, you can tell you tried to write a joke.
Right. Yeah, and that's the hard part about it, and that's like something I'm working on right now is like just performance in general and how you approach talking to the crowd. Because if you are just going up there and rehearsing jokes, they're going to sound like that, and it's just going to be shitty. So it's like trying to like connect with your audience, and you're turning it into like one of those situations where you're just sitting in a room like with a few friends having beers and like talking to them like that, because that's when everybody's like, oh, I'm funny in front of my friends and like with my friends and shit, like that's
different.
how I try to make
You're
it.
not awkwardly standing on a stage by yourself,
right,
with a fucking microphone
Telling
and speakers.
airline jokes and bullshit.
Right. So instead of being like, let me tell you about my kids, it's like, hey man, it's my fucking kid. Like, let me talk to you about it. Like,
And
so
also, 5 minutes on stage is about 3 hours, just so you guys know. Yeah. 5 minutes on stage goes, I mean, it takes forever, and it goes like that. Yeah. That's the biggest fucking problem that, you
gotta
come into it.
It's really long and it's really short.
Right, yeah, because especially if you want to tell a good story joke, that's all you got. You know what I'm
you
saying?
got like one good one if you really want to do like a 5-minute joke, maybe 2 if you do 2, but
yeah, and that's just all it is like learning how to tell that shorter, and so listening back to it and being like, okay, it was a little long between laughs and stuff, so I gotta cut that
work
down
on that pause,
and like figure it out. And that's what I love about it, is like the science behind it, and that's where like the real art comes in. It's like,
crafting
figuring it out, and yeah, exactly, breaking it down.
Hell yeah. Like I noticed that about my stand-up when I do it, is that I'm the kind of guy who, I can't go up with notes, obviously.
mental notes.
So that's what I'm doing. So I have to do a very George Carlin-esque thing where I have to memorize exactly what I'm gonna run through, the breaks I have to take, the pauses and shit. And the part that fucks me there is that if I don't do it correctly, or if I muff one part, I don't have that stage time or that wherewithal to know how to work through that. So that's one of the issues I run into. How do you deal with that? If you go in and you start muffing a joke and bombing, do you roll with the bomb, or do you try to fight it and bring the crowd back?
I guess it depends. like how much time I have, and like, I mean, it depends on a lot of things. Like, if I'm just eating my dick, like, I'll just plow through it or whatever, and I think that's where, like, that's what comedy clubs look for when they're starting to work people, because they know that, like, MCs are gonna suck coming up, but it's just like who can keep their shit together through that 10 minutes.
And you
just
got to
get
go through the
everybody
motions.
settled in. Right.
Yeah.
And so it's not, you know, necessarily who's the funniest or whatever. It's like who can withstand.
Who's got the professional chops.
Right, exactly. So, yeah, I don't know. As far as, but that's what I'm dealing with, like, with my performance and just trying to make it more like that. But as far as, like, how I deal with it, yeah, I mean, sometimes, like, a lot of times I was just down in Myrtle Beach, and I did a show on a Friday night. Late show, was a 150-seat room. There was 4 people sitting up front.
Right.
And, like, that's where, yeah.
You gotta go. You gotta push through
So I did, like, and I was doing a feature set, so I was supposed to do, like, 25. And so I did, like, 2 jokes up front, and it was just, like, I might as well just been telling knock-knock jokes, because it's, like, you're 4 people, and you're, like, going through this production.
You're just having a conversation with them.
Right. And so, and then that's what I turned it into. I was like, listen, whatever, I'm gonna fucking bail on all my material, and I just started talking to him, and it was, like, it went way better than what it ever
trying to
would
go
have
through
done.
running your act.
Because in the end, you're there to, like, you're there to perform and entertain the people, and if, like, and if you know in your heart that the material that you're about to do is not going to achieve that, then why the fuck are you going to do it?
Right.
Like,
it makes no sense.
Right.
So now to deal with that, you're doing your, you know, your repetitions, you're getting on stage. What's like the kind of ratio that you come out with, you know, whether you land on a new joke you killed, or that you bomb and you realize you got to scrap something?
What do you mean?
Like, how often do you come out with a joke where you're like, that's something I'm going to keep, I'm going to work on, I'm going to keep, you know, I'm going to craft this one, it's going to be part of my act. As opposed to something where you try it, you know, it flops, and you're like, all right, that's obviously not going to work, I got to scrap that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's no real timeline for that kind of thing, because there might be something that you thought of, tried it, it didn't go as well as you thought, and maybe you just weren't ready for it yet. So it's not that the idea isn't funny, it's just that maybe you're not in the right headspace to make it. So it's like, I don't. That's how it is for me, because I just evolved so much over time that, and like that's the biggest thing, is like getting that confidence that you know what funny is.
Yeah.
Because there's so many times like coming up where you're just like, and not to say that I've fucking gotten anywhere, I'm still coming up, but like earlier on, like you question whether you know what's funny. You're like, maybe I'm not funny, maybe that's not funny. But when you get to a point where you're like, no, I'm undeniably, I know what funny is, then it's not so much as, is this funny? It's like, why didn't they laugh? I'm not communicating this properly. So it's like identifying that, like, oh, I'm just not getting my point across. It's not that it's not funny, it's that they're not in my mind space yet. So,
and it's not always the comedian, man. Sometimes it is the crowd. You know, it's
you can't throw an intelligent joke at an unintelligent crowd, man.
Yeah.
It's just gonna go.
That, and it depends, you know, like, because sometimes, you know, like at the East End, man, some nights you're gonna catch, you know, a lot of those drunk younger people, you know, that are, you know, 22 to, you know, fucking, you know, 30 years old, out drinking on a Thursday night. And their humor is going to be way funny than the group of, you know, 50-year-old bitches that are sitting together on their one night out in the last 3 years.
right.
And, you know, they're sitting on, you know, almost a Trump's dick.
Right.
You know, they're not going to find a lot of you know, especially somebody like me, who I throw some dirty fucking jokes out there. Especially about grabbing titties and
that
shit.
They're probably on a Trump stick.
A Trump dick, that means they're, you know, they're like them, they don't, you know, the kind of bitches that still call black people colored folks. Shit like that.
Some dude said that to me yesterday.
Said colored folk?
Oh, I know a colored comedian up in Cuyahoga Falls. I was like, oh.
My 88-year-old mamaw says that.
I bet you don't. I bet you don't know him that well.
No.
I wouldn't be referring to him as that.
Yeah.
That's like my fucking 88-year-old mamaw. She'd be like, you were hanging out with that colored boy down the street, weren't
You
you?
know, that's exactly what I'd expect a mamaw to say.
Yeah, she's fucking from Pikeville, Kentucky. That's, yeah. You already know. I mean, she ain't racist or anything. She's, you know, they're allowed in her house and shit. But like, she's a fucking definitely an old head, man, and she doesn't speak the way that normal people speak.
Oh, she's definitely racist. I don't know if you knew that. I don't care what she's
trying
I'm trying to cover it up for Mama, dude.
Sugarcoat.
Alright. God damn it.
We all
Y'all are dogging on my Mama, man. She got stage 3 kidney failure.
Dogging on her. Just...
No, I'm fucking with you, man. Nah, Mama's is cool, man. She makes the great sausage gravy biscuits, of course. She'll fucking clog your artery. But, let's get back to stand-up.
with love.
With love, of course, dude, yeah.
And subtle racism.
Ma'am, I'm sorry. I mean, even though you're a racist, you're probably a very nice woman.
She's a very nice racist woman, is what we're saying. That's what we're getting at. My man
You know what washes racism away? Some nice biscuits.
Nice biscuits and gravy.
Right, it does.
Yeah.
Fucking Skippy, man, making the world go around.
Biscuits.
Yeah, her biscuits are bomb, dude. They will unite a couple people. I'm telling you, bro. Slap some
No,
butter.
yeah.
All right, I gotta get off the hill with this shit, dog.
Come back home.
Yeah.
I need to cut. Yeah, I'll go back to the trailer park later, boys.
Blowing on a jug or something.
Hell yeah, where's the deliverance,
Slapping
man?
spoons together.
Hey, dude, I can do that. All right.
I bet.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
my papaw is a shiner.
With a mamaw and a papaw, yeah, you're gonna be fucking smacking some spoons.
Oh, dude, I'm a fucking spoon tapper, bro. They come through, they're
I
like,
like
yo,
to play
hey,
the Wall
Kane
Street
and spoon
Bank.
Kane, I was about to say, they come through, they say, hey, Kane, why don't you put the away and bust out them spoons, dog? And I'm like, sorry, boys, I don't do heroin anymore. Alright, man, so back to the fucking, the comedy here. So do you record your sets? Is that how you, progress and, work on yourself and your shit and get your act together?
Yeah, so I like listen back to my sets after every show and just I look at it the same way like when I'm watching another comedian friend of mine, and if I like think of a tag for them or I think of like
Taking
something
notes,
they could have done. Yeah, so it's basically just doing that for yourself and being like one, like listening to where the crowd's responding and what's working, and then two, finding out what you can maybe tweak. Maybe you'll think of another direction to take a joke when you hear it back from yourself. So yeah, I think it's super important to listen back to your sets and stuff.
Yeah, especially because when you're up on the stage, man, like, I notice that there's shit that sometimes I'll tell a joke and I don't think it's that funny, but then I'll listen back and I'm like, oh, dude, I got a good crowd reaction out of that.
Right.
Fucking dumb little shit I just said. Like, that was a one-off tag that I just threw in, on the spot.
Right. Yeah, and a lot of times you'll think that something that's gonna kill doesn't, and then something that you thought was like a lesser joke, like it's a big response. Like I do this joke now where I say like I'm 32 and I'm a stepdad of an 18 and 13-year-old, and that usually gets a response because I'm a super young stepdad.
Right, you're a son friend.
Yeah, exactly. And then so
Yeah.
I say like the one benefit to being a young stepdad is I can definitely help them with their homework because I just did that shit. And that joke, for whatever reason, like I didn't think that was like a great, like, but it fucking kills every time. Like,
I just thought of like so many advantages of your situation. Like you
Right.
can be like, hey, you want to go play some fucking Call of Duty?
Right.
And then at 9 o'clock when he keeps losing, you can be like, hey, it's your bedtime.
Yeah, I do all the time. Yeah, we play video games together.
I gotta kick you off, man.
Right, yeah.
I gotta kick you. You didn't do your homework yesterday.
Yeah.
I gotta cut you off, bro.
Yeah.
Hand me them sticks, bro.
Yeah. I guess that's probably the downfall of having a young stepdad is I'll kick him off the Xbox and play with my cousin. I'll be like, hey man, it's time. It's my turn now.
Yeah, dude, sorry. You gotta fucking take a bath and brush your teeth, bro.
Night, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Catch you in the morning, Scout.
My time.
You ever call him like little fucking son nicknames and fuck with him?
No. Well, yeah. I mean, we fuck around and stuff. But no, the youngest one, he's 13, and he's a lot of fun. Like, we talk shit all the time, like messing around with one another.
Yeah. You'd be like, dude, I'll cut your fucking internet, bro. I'm not gonna pay your phone bill this month, dog.
Throwing that shit. Yeah.
Don't fuck with me. See that Xbox in there? It's mine now. That's got to be an advantage too, being able to confiscate shit.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever like find a bag of weed on them yet and take it?
Oh no.
You waiting for that day where you can take your kids' weed from them?
Yeah.
That's one that's like, I feel like that'd be so shitty of me, or like for example, my big brother or to his kid, because I know my older brother used to smoke weed. And it's like, how could you?
Right.
But
Yeah, I don't think I'd take it from him.
As you're sitting there hitting your vape pen playing his Xbox.
Right.
Hey, give me that
my
fucking
Xbox. First of all, it's my Xbox.
You're in my roof. You're under my roof. It's my Xbox, my weed.
No, I don't think I'd take it from him. I'm a pretty liberal.
Would you bring it up to him and be like, "Hey, man, what the fuck? You tell me?"
No, I don't. Well, I don't know. I try to encourage like a very open relationship with him and stuff. I encourage him to talk to me about anything because I'm not gonna judge him for whatever. I've been his age and stuff, so whatever he's got to ask me or whatever.
So if he came up to you and was like, "Yo, Step Pops, I got this fucking L. You trying to take cruise and do a roadie?"
Well, I hope that my stepson never speaks to me
blow.
like that.
Yo, Pops, you trying to route an L with me?
You trying to route an L, bro?
I'd be like, when did you start going to inner city Cleveland schools? You just started.
Were you
talking
hanging
like
out in
this?
Illyria?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
man.
just started talking like this today. Like, what
What the fuck?
are you doing? You're a
Stop.
fucking douche.
You're
Shut
grounded
up.
for sure.
You're not allowed around Blind
Yo,
James
Pops.
anymore.
Call me, hey, yo, Step Pops. I mean, shut the fuck up.
Don't ever fucking talk to me again.
Papa.
Papa.
Tell him to call me Thick Daddy. That's what I tell him all the time.
That's fucked up.
I don't remember where it comes from, which doesn't make it any better.
You don't want to say that shit in public either, dog.
Hell no.
Okay. Hey, call me Thick Daddy. Like, what the fuck? Is that your fucking twink pet? You're like, no, it's my stepson.
Yeah.
People are like, what?
Insist he calls you.
Called you
motherfucker.
Thick Daddy.
Oh, he knows. That was a big point of contention with me and his mom getting together.
Yeah.
He did not like the fact that we were gonna have a child together.
Yeah. He didn't? Not a fan of that?
He wasn't. No, because he was still at that weird age where he's like not quite a little kid anymore. But
Talking
not
about the
quite
13-year-old or the 18-year-old?
13-year-old.
Okay.
But yeah, he's just like still kind of a little bit of a kid, but he's also like
He's
a
defiant,
teenager
yeah.
now, and
You
so
getting
like
there?
yeah,
No, a little
it's
feisty?
not really. I mean, he has a little bit of attitude sometimes, but I don't fucking do well with it. So
Right.
who knows?
Now, are you since it is a step kid now, are you like an assertive kind of, interject yourself, be that parent?
Yeah, absolutely. I try to be as good of a dad to them as possible. I mean, they still have their dad in their life, so I don't try to like tread on his toes at all or anything like that. I just try to be the best I can for them when they're with us. So.
Right, I didn't know, because, I mean, you seem like a pretty chill dude, and, like, I would have told you as a kid if I was in those situations, I would try to walk all over your fucking ass, bro. I would try to run you out of my goddamn house.
Oh,
bro.
no.
You ain't banging my mom's no more, bruh. It ain't happening.
No.
Quit leaving it in, damn it. That's what I would tell your ass.
Well.
That's why me and my stepdad didn't get along.
You get your fucking ass smacked, and then you'd be sitting in your room.
Oh, dude. Man, that's the other thing. My stepdad
Are we
ever
about
tried
to
to
role play?
spank
Is
me,
that what
dude.
we're doing?
Oh, that's what I'm saying, dude. My
I know, so
stepdad ever
sorry.
tried to spank me. I'd have came at him so heavy. I'd be like, we're fist fighting, bro. Let's do this. I know you're about to whoop me, but I ain't going down like no bitch. My real dad done raised me right. Put them fucking fives up, bro. I'll catch this smoke, dog.
Yeah.
You see, he's talking gangsta again.
Yeah, I'd have still been like, who the fuck are you?
What fucking gang did you join? Did you get jumped in earlier? So where did you fucking you grew up out here in Cleveland, man?
Well, I grew up probably until like 3rd grade. I was in Cleveland, and then I moved out to Brunswick. That's where I graduated high school. And then made my way back to Lakewood after college and stuff. So.
Where'd you do college?
I went to college at Allegheny in Northwest PA.
Yep, for sure.
So I got a degree in physics there.
No shit.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's up, man. What got you into physics? Was it a peak interest from a young age?
Yeah, it was something stupid. It was, I talk about this on stage sometimes. No, senior year of high school, we in physics class, we made catapults that launched basketballs into basketball hoops, and it was like, I was like, oh, this is pretty neat. We should study this in college. And like, that's why I chose to study physics, and I just hated it, but I roughed through it.
Oh. Damn, I was like, damn, because that piqued my interest because I love physics. I love math.
Oh, I love
Can we
physics.
declare you a physicist?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, no, I enjoy math, and I enjoyed aspects of it, and I love physics, but it was just like one of those decisions you made just because that's what you thought you were supposed to do. Like, I didn't know what I was really interested in doing.
Right.
I just was like, oh, this is just more school that I have to do because that's what society says, and so that's what I did, and I just got my degree in physics.
Oh yeah, I went 180. I was like, this is what society said, and I was like, I'm gonna drop out, start
Right.
shooting dope.
Right. Jesus Christ.
Look at me now, man.
I'm going to the school of hard knocks.
Yeah, exactly. And I said, I was like, you know what? Fuck my rich mommy.
Does that say it on your Facebook? Please tell me it says you went to the school of hard knocks on Facebook.
I think it says I went to, no, it definitely says I went to, like, LC in Baldwin.
God damn it.
Oh,
I'd have hated you forever if you just said yes.
if I really took the hard
School
knocks.
of hard knocks.
I went to the street school, buddy.
Sorry if somebody listening has school of hard knocks on their
Yeah,
Facebook.
now he's...
No, probably about at least 37 of our listeners have that. That's
Actually,
for
I'm not
sure.
sorry at all.
No, they're,
Take
you
your
know,
time.
I'm from Lorraine, so a lot of the people
You see
that are claim to be friends probably have that, or something even dumber. You know, like I went to the school of the streets,
Ugh,
spelled with a K.
gross.
Streets. You know, why did they start replacing the T with the K? When did that come about in hip
I
hop?
think Gucci Mane kind of started that because he's like, I'm a street nigga, dog.
Yeah, probably he probably is the one that started that, huh? Now, what kind of tunes and shit you into, man? Since we are definitely more, we're entertainment, but we love some music and marijuana on here.
Yeah, man. I'd hate to be like cliche and say I listen to everything, but I kind of do.
Well, so do we, my man.
But
Absolutely.
I just went and saw. I took my youngest, the 13-year-old Alex. I took him to his first concert. Went to Tool.
Oh no shit, man!
Yeah, that was great.
What a great first concert experience for a kid, dude.
Yeah.
To hear real musicians
Yeah,
play,
right.
dude. Wow.
Yeah, it was great. I'm not a big concert guy, to be honest, but I had a great time at that one. But yeah, I mean, I'd say Tool, like, my favorite music of, like, what I always go back to is, like, just 90s grunge and, like, Soundgarden and Alice in Chains.
Is that what you were really into in high school?
No, I was real big into, like, rap shit, like,
Oh well, let's get into
Bone
some
and,
of
like,
that.
3-6 and
Hell yeah.
You guys probably love Tech 9.
Yes.
Yeah, so I listened to a lot of Tech 9, like when he first came out.
Old type.
Like
man.
Angelic.
Absolute
and
Power.
Absolute Power.
Dude, Absolute Power is my favorite Tech album.
Yeah.
I like
sure.
Killer. Killer's my favorite.
You still on Tech? You listen to his new shit and everything?
No, not really. No, I haven't listened to him in a long time, but no, I was like hip to all that stuff back then. But maybe a little bit of Ludacris. But yeah, a lot of 3-6, a lot of Bone, a lot of Tech 9. But yeah.
So then when did you get into rock and shit like that? When did you make that transition? Fucking college or something?
Probably like during college and then soon after. Like, I remember I liked Schism whenever it was on, like, MTV when that was a thing in high school. Like,
yeah.
That was probably early on when I, like, remember seeing that music video and...
Yeah, that was, like, 2004.
Liking it for some weird reason. It was, like, weird, but I was like, this is kind of cool.
Right.
But, like,
that's how I felt about Marilyn Manson's, like, fucking dope show videos and shit. You know, I was like, oh,
Yeah,
not really a
fucking
fan,
weird,
but it's fucking weird and cool.
Right.
Right. So, but yeah, then, yeah, it was probably sometime after high school, I, like, started, or after college, rather. Like, I would just turn on a Pandora station for, like, Alice in Chains, and then I'd hear a Tool song, and I'd like but Tool's probably my favorite band. But yeah, that's how I got into that. But I like a lot of alternative stuff. like serious alt rock radio and shit like that. And
You like the
stuff.
'90s alt shit, like like the more popular, like Gin Blossoms, Goo Dolls, Third Eye Blind, Wallflower, shit like that.
Yeah, all that shit. And
I like
the
the
new
poppy
stuff
alternative
too.
stuff.
Like all the new stuff that's coming out too. Like
That's all.
that's why I
garbage.
like alt
trash.
radio.
It's all trash.
Yeah, well,
It's fucking garbage.
yeah.
No, I the only thing I can't agree with on new alt radio is the like somber fucking techno kind of songs, like where they have like Billie Eilish and Lana Del Rey and shit on there. I'm like,
yeah.
that's not alt rock.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's. I think it's just alternative. That's what it is. It's just alternative shit, like weird shit.
Define alternative.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I guess you're right, man. Good call on that. I never really thought of it that way. I guess I think alt radio. I hear
Alternative
just
hip-hop.
alt rock.
Yeah, because that's where I first heard Mumford and Sons, like before they hit it. Like,
Yeah.
like when everybody heard Lion Man, I had like heard that song like 3 months prior on alternative rock or radio. Or
That's
whatever.
how when
radio.
I was working at this head shop out in Elyria, and I would turn on the college stations all the time, and I'd hear these dope bands, and I'd be listening to like 88.3,
Right.
and then from there, yeah, I just fucking 6 months later, you'd hear these songs like Gautier. I remember that somebody I used to know was on 88.3, and then 6 months later, it's getting played on like Kiss FM and shit. And I was like, oh shit!
Right.
I'm like, damn, these guys are getting played now.
Right.
Like, this song's been hitter. This has been a hitter, bro.
Yeah.
And they make techno versions of it and everything. I'm like, god damn it. I'm trying to sell out too.
What was that one chick that blew up? Royals.
Lord,
yeah,
I am
Lord.
Lord. That's Randy Marsh.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah, I got hip to her way before she came out. with that hit.
Randy Marsh is Billie Eilish as well.
Yeah.
Just want to point that out. Yeah. Do you? I have a conspiracy theory. Now, what do you think about the fact that Betty White is a succubus? She's 9 years old. All right. Still kicking it strong.
Is
right?
she 99? Is that confirmed? I don't think that's accurate.
I think she's 98.
Dude, let me get the exact
Get that phone out from under your dick.
facts.
Hit that up.
Betty White.
Betty White. She's been married 3 times. Okay. No kids whatsoever. She's worth $50 million.
97.
Boom. All right. Betty White's a succubus, bro. She got 3 husbands. Had 3 husbands.
Rest in peace, my nigga Chef.
All gone. All gone. Touching them children.
Wow, the one was... she was married 1940, just the 1 year, maybe even shorter. The second marriage, she was married from 47 to 49, and the third one was 63 to 81.
Wow.
Succubus, bro.
Yeah.
Telling you, man. She took them all. She sucked them
she's
dry.
been kicking it ever since.
Kicking it. Living on that money. Living on that Golden Girl cash. Fuck it. She's the only Golden Girl left, dude. She took out all the other ones.
She's a beast.
She's getting all the checks from Golden Girls, dog. Everybody else that was on that show is dead. Even the producers.
I mean, of all people you'd want to go after, why are you focusing on Betty White?
Would you?
Would I what?
Betty White.
What? You're going from hating her?
Oh my god.
Now you want me to stick my dick in her?
I didn't say that, bro. I'm asking, would you
Would I?
Betty White?
I mean, at
It's
a younger, yeah, I would have done.
No, now, like today, you have the opportunity. Like tomorrow,
No,
you're
I'm
like,
a happily married man. I wouldn't.
all right,
fuck
you're
Betty
not
White.
married. New scenario.
Yeah, absolutely. For the story, why
Fucking
wouldn't you?
right, dude.
Why wouldn't you?
Attaboy, I knew you were a good, honest man.
You can say I made Betty White come. Come on.
I'm not the dust
How
on
many
that
people?
pussy.
I'm not
People can say that. Come on.
Man, that's not good. You know, you gotta think about that. People be like, I gotta knock the dust off that pussy, dude. You probably shouldn't be going near it if there's dust on
You
it.
really think it's dusty? Come
I
on.
don't know, but I'm just, that's why I'm
it's
saying,
live
if there's
from
actual
fucking
dust
Friday.
on it,
Yeah,
you
no.
gotta knock the cobwebs off it, dude. That's a growth, bro.
You better go somewhere else.
That's
You better
fuck.
not-
Cobwebs
you
is
better not
mold,
try to
dog.
go in.
Cobwebs, that's skin cells and mold and shit. You don't want no cobweb pussy. That's not good pussy. It's all bad. But Cody, my man, this has been a fun fucking week and bake.
Yeah, man.
Let's plug the Christmas Kwanzaa one
Yeah.
last time, man.
Yes.
Who's all gonna be there and all that good shit. Let's get full details on it to the peeps.
Yeah, like I said, it's going to be the 29th at the Agora. There's tickets still for sale. If you just look it up on Facebook or Google it, it should come up.
We'll go ahead and share that on all of our social medias too. So if you're on any of the Wake and Bake stuff, Instagram, Facebook, all that, we'll get them shared up there.
Yeah, it's me, Mary Santora, Liz Blanc, Martin Malloy, Wanda Mayfield, Brian Kenny, of course, Bill. Me and Mary will be doing Stand and Deliver, so that'll be fun. But yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a great show. I'm excited for it.
Hell yeah, man. Very fucking pumped. And then, what day is it? You said 29th?
Yeah.
Dude, at 29th at the Agora. You gotta get out there. It's the Christmas Kwanzaa second annual?
Yep.
Second annual, dude. Fucking pumped. And then hopefully, man, you guys can make it out to Vision Fest, April 18th. I'd love to have you out there, man. It'd be a good fucking time. Bring the family. It is a family-friendly event until... I think about like 8 or 9 o'clock. And then it turns to 21.
Until you get there.
Yeah, well, about 9 o'clock it turns into the 420 friendly event. And 21 and up only type deal.
Right. Well, if I find that bag of my kids, then maybe we'll stay then.
Fucking right, dude. Fucking Cody's kid. Get on it. Buy that fucking fat bag. Get up, Cooch, man. Hell yeah, man. Cody, thank you again, man. Where can the people find you, my dude?
Just Cody Cooper on Facebook or the Cody Cooper on Instagram and Twitter.
Good shit, man. Good shit. And then, of course, Waldo. Thank you for running the stream and shit, my dude.
Happily.
And please, dude, tell people where they can find you, my man.
You guys can find me on Instagram at Party with Waldo or on Facebook at Waldo Where Is.
And of course, if you're hitting up the Wake and Bake, you will be talking with Waldo, the producer. And then we want to announce real quick, man, we will be at Incarceration again this summer, bringing you guys coverage with a lot of the bands there. So keep your fucking eyes and ears out for that, and we'll be promoting all that. Shouts out Incarceration Fest 2020. Let's get it. And then, of course, man, the Don Cooch.
Yeah.
Running that motherfucking audio, being the co-host.
Yep, as always, it's my pleasure.
Doing the Wake and Bake thing, man. You guys, please tell the fans where they can find you.
You guys?
You guys. You Cooch.
You want to
Cooch
say
guys.
it with me?
Nope.
No, I was talking to Waldo.
Yeah, you guys, both of you guys, tell the fans where they can find you.
Alright. You can find me at Don_KOOCH on Instagram. No, not Twitter. Not
Kizza on Twitter, if y'all were wondering.
Yeah. I don't plug the Twitter no more because nobody uses Twitter. I mean, people do, but it's
Twitter,
people use it.
I heard it's dying, you know. Same like Facebook.
Whatever, dude. Gives a shit. Fuck, yo, shouts out to Fog Vapery, located at 21446 Lorraine Road, Fairview Park, Ohio. Tell them the Wake and Bake sent you. Get 10% off your entire purchase up there. Also, they're carrying the full line of CBD products and glass up there, blown by our local artist, Jason Pollock. So, yeah, get up there, get your piece, grab you some flowers, and burn down right there out front of the fucking store if you want, man. It's all legal. So head over to Fog Vapery, man. Great fucking sponsor. Awesome dudes. Merry Christmas to everybody over there. Merry Christmas to all of you. And thank you for stopping by and waking and baking this evening. You guys know where you can find me on Instagram at @TheRealBlindJames. Get a hold of our show. Watch the stream on Facebook and YouTube at The Wake and Bake with Blind James. You can also listen across your favorite streaming platform. Just tell your phone or smart speaker to play that same thing. And then pop over to patreon.com/BlindJames. Hook it up with that donation so we can keep bringing you dope interviews like the one we brought you today. And then Instagram for the show is The Wake and Bake OH, of course. And again, man, thank you guys for stopping by, waking and baking. And remember, even if you lose your sight, never lose your vision. Peace.